Grand Cathay, a vast empire to the east, ruled by powerful creatures, dragons, who can inhabit human form.
You are gravely mistaken. We have no interest in a mere god's power.
No interest in power to use against the forces of chaos?
I am Yao Ying, the storm dragon, older than the gods themselves. You are here for a greater purpose. This map shows the energy of all things. There should be harmony, but the world is unbalanced. My younger sister, Shenzhou, bringer of light and hope. She ventured beyond the Norscan mountains, but was lost. Without her light, darkness prevails, and our family has no comfort.
Though I feel your loss, the Dome of Fates provides no insight to your sister's whereabouts.
Ursa knows he witnessed her fate.
Then why does he not tell you, Iron Dragon?
There is mistrust between dragons and gods.
If we save Ursun, he will tell us how to find Shenzhou.
Let me serve you, mighty dragons. I can reach Ursun. Lead you to him before it's too late. For one drop of his blood.
Your destiny is to guide us.
The armies of Cathay must breach the maelstrom and march into chaos. Balance will be restored to the world when Shenzhou is returned to you.
My sister assumes it is her right to hear the Bear God's testament. But you will help me reach Ursun first.
I will guide you to the dying god. You require a grand legion, and for that your traditional lands must be tamed. Rat men have always infested the Warpstone desert, but the god's roar has emboldened them. Destroy these Clan Eshin pests. Further north, your absence from Shangyang has left a power vacuum that rebels have now filled. The insolence. They must suffer the dragon's wrath. Once the desert is yours, the Tower of Ash-Sher shall come under your dominion. The caravan routes under its control will give you the riches required for the dread expedition into the Chaos Realm. Beware the Great Maw, for the Ogres mistake this pit for a god. Yet even further south, you shall find more enemies eager to invade. Disharmony blights Grand Cathay, mighty Zhao Ming. If you are to find Ursun, you must restore the balance. Only then will the Dragon Emperor look upon you with fondness.
My sibling's scorn is undeserved.
Hello, Monsters Banyan. Welcome back to some more Total War Warhammer 3 with Zhao Ming.
The Iron Dragon.
See, we're even finishing each other's sentences. We're that tight. So we're now playing as Cathay. We've got 5 videos coming up, this one included, and up to 200 minutes. So that's the embargo that I've got to complete. The videos will be about 30 minutes each, roughly, because it's hard to estimate how long I'm going to take because I do the recording the replays type thing. But we're going to play as Cathay because I actually really like Cathay. I didn't think I'd like them, but actually I do. They've got some really good... I wasn't that into their mechanics, but you know what? It's brought me around. And they've got a couple of really cool mechanics. The first is harmony. Now, you might go, well, that's... But characters, events, buildings and technology will increase either yin or yang. If you're out of balance, you will get some bonuses. But if you manage to balance it, you'll get much bigger bonuses. So for example, currently we have plus 10 diplomatic relations with Cathay. But if we have full harmony, so they are in balance, we actually get 20. We get big bonuses to construction cost reduction, big bonuses to growth, income, control, corruption, and an army ability. So you really want to try and balance that, but it's not easy. Because anything you do can put it out of balance. If you research technology, lots of them have one of the harmonies. So researching a technology can put you out of balance unless you've also then decided to construct a building of the opposite or recruited a general or something. So it's really hard to actually keep it in balance, which is fun because when it is in balance, you're feeling pretty good. But as soon as it goes out, you're scrabbling to try and put it back into balance. So that's quite fun.
Oh, Xiangyang worships me.
Okay, little conceited, the dragons are. Now, unlike our sister, who defends the Great Bastion in the north, we don't have so much trouble with chaos. Although, having said that, I have had Kairos Fate Weaver Hannibal his way over the mountains. That was a bit of a shock. Anyway, is it the Ardennes? He Ardenned us. We thought the Bastion was fine. He came across the fucking mountains. What an absolute fucking lunatic. Anyway, so our sister is more about missile units, and Zhao Ming here is more about melee units. So he has lots of bonuses to do with melee units. We can actually see for the faction bonuses, he's the ruler of the Western Provinces. He gets maximum cargo capacity, plus 20% for caravans. Hero recruit rank for alchemists, because he does like mixing. I think he might be snorting warpstone, but it's fine. And reduction upkeep for ogre mercenary units and armor for all melee units, which is obviously quite nice. His own bonuses are the Lord of the Jade Sworn, so he has magic item drop chance increased by 100%, very useful. Upkeep reduction for melee units by 25%, and he also increases harmony by yang. Generals will increase harmony by either yin or yang. You have the option about which you want to recruit, and they each increase it by 3, so that's quite a big increase to your to either side of the harmony. He also has a lot of very interesting skills to do with increasing your melee unit. So increase for melee attack, weapon strength there, gives him some more armor. He also gives damage resistance. He also gives armor piercing. So he's very much based around sort of beefing up your melee units. He also has some really cool spells. He starts off with Dragon Breath. He has the Wall of Wind and Fire, which is like a really large wind, but really large, but it's very wide, but slow-moving wind spell, which does a lot of damage and is a lot of fun. So he's a very powerful character. We start off down here, the wastelands of Jinshen, and we have the Hanyu Port, which ironically is not a port, but that's fine. And now all of the buildings, all of the sort of like defense and infrastructure buildings will have either yin or yang. It'll increase it by 1, depending on which you do. And currently we're out of balance because we have obviously Zhao Ming, who's increasing our is it yang? Yeah, yang by 3. So we need to get some yin in here and restore that balance. So you have two of each type of building. So this is sort of your growth building, this is your economy building, and this is your control building. They do slightly different things. So for example, this one will increase the recruit rank for certain units, and this one will reduce the recruitment cost, but also give you cash replenishment rate. So there might be something that you really want to build, but you might have to build it somewhere else due to trying to get the harmony. For the moment, we're going to go for the spice market here, because that's going to give us a little bit of yin. We're also going to upgrade to the dormitory for the jade crossbows. Our army starts off with some jade warriors. We've got some jade warriors there. We've got some peasant long spears, some peasant archers. We also have the great Longmar riders, who are airborne shock cavalry, very potent, and fire rain rockets, which is very nice. And we're currently up against the Skaven. So Clan Eshin, of course, is based in Cathay, and they have a few settlements dotted around. We also have rebels, and we have ogres to our south, as well as some greenskins. There's some greenskins to sort of our south and east along here. So there's plenty of opportunity to expand. And of course, there's a Great Moor, which looks very Tyrannid-like. That looks pretty good. It's a lot smaller than I thought it would be, but yeah, who knows. Now, the other mechanic they have is the caravan, which is... I was really worried about the caravan. I didn't think the caravan would be very good, but I've come round. I fucking love the caravan. So basically, you can you can dump money into your caravan. So you increase the cargo value, so the cost is going to be 1,200 monies, and we can send it to any one of these locations across the map. Now, depending on where we go, we will potentially have threats waiting to ambush the caravan. The caravan general is his own character. In fact, I think we can actually have a look here. So this guy is favoured. So the Lord's Caravan army has units of increased quality, and he also has physical resistance for the entire army. Their skills are also unique because they have things like chance of caravan ambush, sale value of cargo, the cargo capacity, that kind of stuff. They have some really... And so all of this stuff is pretty good. And the caravan itself you don't move it on the map, it moves itself, effectively jumping from one location to the next until it reaches its destination. So we're going to pack our caravan full, and we are going to head for... we might head down here. Should we head down here? Should we head for this? Journey time 6 turns. That's 5 turns. We could head down Sylvania, but that's 9. I'm going to head for the Thunder Guts. We're going to send to Shattered Stone Bay. So we're going to dispatch that caravan. Off he goes, and he's going to head off down and try and sell his wares without dying along the way. They will gain experience, all that kind of stuff. You'll also have events where you can pick up new characters, lose units, all that kind of good stuff. I did pick up an ogre hunter, and then the next event was some ogres wanting to eat him, and I was like, yeah, well, you know, you lose some, you win some. So he got eaten, but that was fun. Anyway, so we're going to attack Ronin, this guy. We're going to attack this guy. He's a Skaven general. He does not have many good units, but it's the first battle of the new campaign, and it's got that delightful new campaign battle smell. Now, if you saw my Demon Prince preview, you'll know that the graphics just seem to have been dialed up to 11, and the backgrounds as well. I mean, it just looks so pretty. The battlefields as well are a lot more interesting with actual terrain and shit in them. Now, to draw these Skaven into range of our big rocket ox thing. What the fuck is it? I can't remember. What's its name? It's the Fire Rain Rocket. There we go. It's pulled by some ox. It's a big rockety thing. It looks amazing. Looks great. We also have our peasant archers. Now, your bog standard ranged units. Then we have the Jade Warriors, who are going to be our primary front line. They're big old collars. And we have the Peasant Long Spearmen. These guys are just basic sort of, you know, basic spear infantry. And then we have the Great Longmar Riders. So far, so good. Right, the Skaven forces are being bombarded as we lure them into battle with Zhao Ming breathing fire. Well, he doesn't actually have a fire breath attack, it's just a spell. But it's like a fire breath spell, and the rocket is... you thought the Hellstorm rocket battery was bad. This thing is worse, trust me. Skaven are not going to enjoy having rockets rain down on their heads. So attacking the enemy general, Zhao Ming. It's got lots of... I love the sword thing. He just summons in lots of swords and stabs them. And that's just like so cool. What a badass. Yeah, that is a thing. Great Longmar Riders moving overheads. They're, of course, fantastic shock cavalry. And very good at getting into position due to the flight thing. Skaven are charging down into our lines. These Skaven slaves are not going to last very long. Yep, there we go. Now, Cathay units will get the harmony effect in battle as well. You have Yin on your missile units and Yang on your melee units. If both types of units are close to each other, they will get the harmony buff, which for a harmony for Yang will increase leadership and melee defense, which of course is very good for your melee units. And then for your missile units, it will also give reload skill and leadership. So again, just making your units that little bit better as long as they are close to one another. Longmar Rider's getting stuck in there, and enemy general is... yeah, having a bad time dueling with a dragon. I mean, kind of understandable. Now, the thing with being a dragon is that you do tend to knock the enemy characters over quite a lot. Because obviously your mass is quite big, and the mass of the enemy general is quite low unless they're on like a mount or something. And as such, sometimes it's better to fight them as a little two-legged human thingy. And you can change between forms fairly at will. It takes about 45 seconds to cool down, but then you can just kick the shit out of them that way. And your stats don't seem to change when you're in dragon form, so basically it just makes you much bigger, gives you flight, and obviously gives you more mass, whereas in human form you are a smaller target, but you have less mass and less maneuverability. But, you know, that'll do it. Should be said that Deathmaster Snitch is leading Clan Eshin, and as such you can get the trait and have a stalking Iron Dragon, which is pretty legit. Let us take the money, seen as, yeah, it's not much money, and that's fine. We'll take the cash. Right, do some recruitment. We'll grab some more Jade Warriors, I think, to bolster our front line. We've also got a Talisman of Endurance, which is already equipped to Zhao Ming, which is nice. Keep him in rude health. And we also have an Alchemist, Min Tao, who is solid. I mean, is that something like you can say to a young lady? You can look at it and go, "You look solid." Good. She also gives us some yang, which means we need more yin. Never mind. Right. Okay. And we don't have any ancillaries and stuff, but this character is basically a caster. It does come with some bonuses that can be used on a single unit during the battle in Enchanted Metallurgy, and then you can upgrade that to either Flaming, which gives you flaming attacks, Piercing, or Poison, which is a nice little bonus. It only affects one unit though, so it's kind of like, yeah, I don't know. If it affected like an area, I'd like that a little bit more, but it's fine. And she also increases mobility off the get-go, which is quite nice. So let's go there and increase Zhao Ming's mobility. Gets him lubricated. There we go. And we have research available. Now the research tree for Cathay is fairly long. It's sort of like expands and then shrinks down into a couple of techs and then expands again. Each of the techs is again based on harmony, so you have yin and yang techs on either side of the tree. The yin techs tend to increase things like armor and defense, whereas the yang techs are more sort of like melee attack and that kind of stuff. It also gives a little bit of income and stuff. So you can pick which way you want to go. Which way you want to go. So I'm going to go for, because we need some more yin, I'm going to go fletching mentors. But again, having technology means that it can boost you out of your harmony. If you are in harmony and you finish researching a tech that does have some harmony associated with it, then well, you're going to lose your harmony. It's not harmonious. It's not ideal. The turn times are actually pretty good. Actually, I do quite like that. Turn times are fast, and they get faster, seeing as you can actually see how many factions are still alive, and the number shrinks all the time. So we're going to head on to Genwu, this one, and it's going to be riddled with rats. Yes, of course it is. Skrull the Insane seems to be commanding here, and this is. Let me have a little look. Looks like it might be a Skaven nest, so this could be fun. I do really like the new siege battles, mostly because it means that minor settlements can actually be defended now without walls. You don't need walls to defend a minor settlement, although it should be said that it does help. But fighting street by street does feel, I mean, because, you know, obviously minor siege battles beforehand, or settlement battles, that should be, without walls, were obviously just a field battle, which, you know, very hard to defend with that. Now you have an actual settlement to fight through, and you have sort of streets to fight through. There will be defences to build, so it actually feels like minor settlements can now provide some sort of level of defence to your empire, which means you don't need to necessarily defend everywhere. The AI is also a little bit more cautious about taking on minor settlements, which is good. And also it means that if there is a wall, once you're past the wall, it doesn't mean the battle's over. Just getting past the first wall is just the first portion of the battle, because then you have to fight street by street to take the rest of the settlement, and that feels very good. The settlement battles just feel a lot more satisfying. That's what I'm going to go with. They just feel more satisfying. Mintao, I've accidentally led... yeah, she's fine. She's effectively got magical powers, so, you know, she'll be alright. But Zhao Ming is now doing he's basically Street Fighter moves. Hayuken! I mean, fucking... just fucking amazing. Fucking love that. Fire Breath as well, just bowling those Skaven down. So far, so good. Meanwhile, our Jade Warriors are now fighting down across the ramp. Now, I need to bring my archers in to back them up, to give them their full harmony bonus. Also, characters will boost that bonus. I think it doubles the bonus if the characters are nearby. So, obviously, like having a nice tight formation as Cathay is very important. You need to keep it tweaked like a toiger. You can take out towers with archers, artillery, or flying units. Your flying units can actually attack towers and knock them down, as we've done over here. We also have more units moving in to take this little supply point here, this little supply location. Once you take the supply location, all the barricades and towers associated with that supply point will crumble. The attacker can't build barricades or towers, but you can take the supply points and obviously knock down any of the defenders' towers or barricades, as well as remove the supplies they get for holding them. I honestly love just Zhao Ming just doing his thing as a like, little two-legged boy, because he just looks so badass. It's like, I don't need a fucking weapon. He's psyching himself up, trust me on this. He's like, no, hold me back, I've got them. Yep, just flaming uppercuts people to death. Why the fuck not? It's legit. So we now have our infantry backed up by our missile units. That's given us the big old harmony there, as well as having the characters nearby. So we're getting 12 extra melee defense for our characters, which is very good. And Zhao Ming has decided playtime's over. Oh, guys, you're just going to piss him off. I wish the animations for the land was a little bit better. It just feels a bit floaty. But, I mean, I don't mind it too much. People didn't like the... Oh, God, what is the emotional support burb for lizard men not landing properly? But it's a fucking snake, guys. It would have been nice had it had, like, a slithering animation. But, I mean, it's not the end of the world. Spearmen getting in amongst the old Skaven spears there, showing them what for. There we go. They have routed, and now the way to the key building location, which is going to give all of the defenders a nice little buff there. If we take that, obviously remove the buff and also destroy the towers nearby. They also have their general here, Skrull the Insane. But the Skaven defenders are on the run, and our forces are closing in on the city centre. The capture points are captured at different rates by different units. So, for example, I think actually heroes and characters actually increase the capture amount by the most. Then it's infantry, that includes monstrous infantry, then cavalry, and then flying units. Oh no, then it's monstrous units, so things like a single entity, and then flying units don't capture at all. So that would mean that, for example, Zhao Ming, as his two-legged form, will capture this point quite quickly, but in his dragon form won't capture it at all. And I guess he's one of the few characters where that actually kind of is a distinction. I did ask the question what happens if, for example, Karl Franz is on foot, or whether he's on a griffin, and if he's on foot he counts as a hero character. If he's on a griffin he counts as flying, and so therefore he won't be able to catch the point. And it looks like Skrull has met his match in an ancient dragon that is older than gods. That'll do it. So far so good. We've got ourselves a power stone as well. Obviously we're going to occupy that. And next we have some rascally rebels. The Dissenter Lords of Jinshen are in our way. And we're going to deal with those two power stones. It's quite nice because it gives us a little bit of extra winds of magic.
The Iron Dragon.
And something really cool is the fact that it actually show you how much reserves per second of power recharge rate you're going to get. So there's a lot more information now on items that will tell you stuff like your power recharge rate and reserves per second. That's information that is very, very useful, because before it's just say it greatly increases and you're like, well, I don't know how much that is. And to be honest, it doesn't really matter, but it's nice that it's there and you can actually see it. So we will equip these little bits and pieces. I don't think we've got any salaries yet. Nope. Okay, that's fine. We are going to... Right, we've got 2 skill points. We could... The thing is, we've got both Desert Weapons and Iron Strength both increase melee attack by 10% and weapon strength by 15%, and it's just too good not to have. So obviously we're going to grab those right away. We're going to do something like that, get a little bit more missile power, but obviously keep our emphasis on our military, and we're going to get the gem factors. Yes. Now, do I want to keep the training camp here? Nah, it's fine. We'll get rid of it. Can always switch that around later. What I might do, as soon as we have the money at the moment, is actually get another lord. There's 2 different types of lords you can get. You can either get the Lord Magistrate, alternatively the Dragon-Blooded Shungan, and they come in different. So you have these have basically caster lords. These sort of melee lords, although, to be honest, these guys seem to be better regardless of whatever you do. So maybe we'll just grab some of those. What do we have? We have 3 Yang. Now the only problem is that obviously we have that one. So if we get a lord, that'll be harmony, right? It would just be pure harmony. So if we get one of you, magic item drop chance, campaign line of sight, or winds of magic power. Well, okay, we're getting you. Good.
Dragon-blooded Shugunga.
Yeesh, scary lady. Okay, so you have a bunch of bound spells, which is quite nice. You can ride a Jade Longma, which is also good. You have, of course, the power of Yin. So you've got the Yin spells. So Missile Mirror, Blossom Wind, Storm of Shadows, that kind of thing. So that's all looking pretty good. So yeah, so you are sort of, I mean, your base melee stats seem to be better than the Lord Magistrate, but the Lord Magistrate can increase his stats, whereas these guys can't. They are just casters, but they do get lots of very nice bound spells. Like, really nice. So we're going to move you up because we're going to use the old ambush trick to lure our enemies into our path, just in case we need to. And balance is restored, which means we're going to get more diplomatic relations, construction cost reduction, growth, income from all buildings, control, corruption reduction, and an army ability. All very nice. Oh god, our caravan's been ambushed by ogres. Okay, well, we're definitely going to have to fight this and see if we can fend it off and save the caravan. Oh, our caravan's in a lot of trouble. This ambush is heading straight for our missile units. We're quickly trying to get them out of harm's way of the monstrous ogres and their terrifying saber tusk pack. And moving our melee infantry units to try and block the engagement. We're getting hit by Flock of Doom. And our Jade Lancers did not have a particularly good engagement there with the saber tusks. They're trying to get out of range. We also have the Jade Warriors moving to intercepts, and the enemy general chasing them off. We've got Borgar the Starved. Okay, we're holding the line so far. Managed to get our missile units out of range, which is good. Need to deal with the Ogres, the Saber-Tusk pack as well. You can see our cavalry is not having a particularly good time against the enemy general. We are summoning in some of these immortal Jade Warriors. This is the effect that having perfect harmony gives you. These ancestral warriors are, I get the ghosts? Yeah, they got lots of physical resistance. Obviously will be weak to magical attacks. That's going to help us quite a bit, shoring up that flank for us. We're trying to get... Borgar really is hungry for horse, apparently, because those Jade Lancers are being chased by him, and he's actually fast enough to try and keep... He's almost keeping up with them. So we need to get them out of harm's way and get these Jade Warriors to engage the enemy general. So obviously they've got a big old halberd, which should be quite good at keeping him busy. Oh yes, we also have one of my favourite units, the Iron Hail Gunners, who are basically short-ranged gun people with very powerful armour-piercing weapons. Very nice. Very good at killing enemy characters. Jade Lancers are running down some of these units, including the Saber-Tusk pack. Although they get in amongst the Saber-Tusk pack, it's terrified. They then become unterrified. And then they start attacking our Jade Lancers once again and go out of control. But what I really need is to take out these Man-Eaters before they rally once again. There's still 8 of them left. The Ancestral Warriors are starting to crumble away, but the only thing still maintaining the Ogre Kingdom's formation is the Noblars, and obviously they won't stick around for much longer. Borgar is now bogged down in combat, taking a lot of missile shots to his big old fat face. I don't think he's going to stick around for much longer. Nope, he's out of here. Let's make sure he doesn't eat any more caravans. Oof, that could have been a lot nastier. Let us take the unit replenishments. Good. Okay, where is our caravan? Oh, there it is.
The Lord Magistrate stands.
Ooh, we've got a little skill point as well. I always like to put the first one in Wayfinder because it reduces the chance of a caravan ambush by 50%. Next one is 65 and 70, but the first, I mean, just half that chance of getting ambushed is too good not to have. And he's also got some ancillaries. Now, the thing with the ancillaries with the caravan is that they don't actually cost any upkeep anyway, as far as I can see. So there's no point in him having them. So we may as well just give those to you. Didn't want to tick them. That's how you salvage and fuse stuff. So you can actually fuse items together and salvage them as well. So for example, we could sell this Age Seer for 100 big ones. Not that much. Or if we had 2 items of the same type and rarity, we could then fuse them together and it will always make an item of the next the next level up, effectively. So what you could do is take a couple of, say, grey weapons, fuse them together, and you will get a green thing. It might not be a weapon, might be a talisman, might be an arcane item, whatever, but it will just make the next level up. So that's quite nice, especially because, of course, Zhao Ming he hoards little magical items, so we're going to get to do that quite a bit. Mintao, we're going to increase your movements, and then I think we're going to head for Shangyan, because that is a capital, and if we capture that, it'll be hard for them to retake it. And then we can move on to the City of Monkeys. Silly monkeys. They're adorable. Let's get some Jade Warrior crossbows. Just to bolster our missile units. That seems like a good idea. I'm going to march you up here. What I want to try and do is to sort of like try and get an ambush. So lure them in and we can then finish them off. We are in perfect harmony. So we're going to... So this increases income. So at max rank, this is 300 income. This is 225, so it's less. But it increases trade faction-wide by 6%, which is quite nice. It is quite nice. But let's go with that one for the moment. Oh. Hello, Deathmaster Snitch. You've turned up early, but if we recruit 20 units, we'll get a Serene Cloud Prayer Flag. That sounds pretty nice. Are you marching? Can I reach you? Holy shit, I can. I can reach Deathmaster. Let's get you in here as well. Oh no, I didn't wait for thingy. That's fine, don't worry about it. Right, we're going to kill Deathmaster Snitch. We're going to get that lovely trait, which is going to give us Stalk for Zhao Ming. But that is going to have to wait until next time. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.